Hey guys, today I've got the MeterTeck Professional Multimeter, and of course this is sold by MeterTeck, so you can check them out at MeterTeck.com, or you can also check them out at Amazon.com. Type in multimeter and select the brand of MeterTeck. This one here is perfect for home use. It's great for home and auto. Now with this you have AC and DC voltage, resistance, and DC current. It's compact, it's lightweight, it does have the beeper, so if you are checking continuity, you're going to be able to get your beep for that. Or, of course, if there's an issue with it, no beep. You do have a data hold and an LCD with a blue backlit screen. And let me show you this screen. Well, we better turn it on first. Alright, so that's some extreme backlit screen happening here. Backlighting is really important. I know with my husband's work, he uses these quite a bit, almost daily, and having a backlight is a pretty big deal for him, because sometimes you're in an area where you can't hardly see and you're practically counting your clicks once you get used to your meter to know exactly where you are. Now, if you aren't sure what you're doing, you might want to ask somebody, and you might want to read the instructions, and that's for your own personal safety. But you do have this V here with a curve, and that's for your alternating current, and you have this V, which is AC, and you have this V here with this straight line, which is your DC current, which AC is going to be like your house current if you're checking to see if there's something going on in the house, and your DC would be like a car if you got some crazy wires happening in there, or if you're checking batteries, which I have a 9-volt battery here. So this kit also comes with an extra set of cables, which for some reason I always call them leads, and I don't mean to do that. So this is not auto ranging, so you're gonna have to select the closest amount, whether you're doing AC or DC. So what I mean by that is your next voltage higher. I know that this is a 9-volt battery, so my options are 220, 200, and 500. Since I know what I'm testing, I would have to select 20 because that's the next highest. If you are not sure, the instructions for here would tell you to set this to 500, which would be your highest. It always says go to highest if you don't know, but since we already do know, we'll just select 20. And it's either way you can do on these, so that's a little hard to do on here. So let's check this battery, and we'll pop that screen. We're checking a 9-volt battery. I'm not holding too steady here. There we go. Okay. So we know it's a 9-volt battery. It's supposedly a new 9-volt battery, and it looks like it's pretty much spot on. Now, I read that a lot of people said this was too lightweight. They had a problem with that. They said it felt cheap. I don't want to say that it feels cheap, and I don't want to say that lightweight is an issue. My husband does use this type of product every single day for work, and he is using a different brand, but for me this is perfect, and for him to use in the house. It is lightweight, and that's actually part of what's featured if you read the description, is compact and light, because this isn't fatiguing. You can stick this in a pocket, in a back pocket, or if you wear carpenter pants, you could put it in a big pocket and take this right to where you're going. And these are so easy to use, and you just unplug. We'll turn that off and unplug. And of course you're gonna have to switch depending on what you're doing. So overall though, for home use, this is great. This is great to keep in the tool bag at the house. It's great to, if you have a storage building in your yard or in the garage, you can, if you got a wiring issue in your car, stereo's not working, something's going on, you can definitely use your DC on this and check that out. If for some reason your light switch isn't working, and or you're plugging in the lamp, something's not going on in the house, you can flip this over to AC and go ahead and give it a check and see what's going on. And because you've got this backlight, you're able to see. And like I said with my husband, he's so familiar with his that when he can't see in spots, he counts his clicks to know where he's at. So that's kind of another thing when you get used to him. In no way does this feel cheap. It just feels lightweight. It's put together well. It does have this piece here if you need to set this up. And it looks kind of extreme, but it's great because as you're doing stuff and you're bent over, it's leaning back just enough to where you can really view it. And it snaps in. your battery panel here, it takes a 9-volt battery. But overall, super happy with this, and I did receive this in order to test it and review it as part of a promotional, so that is take it or leave it, however you want with that. But we're happy with it. It works for us. We've tested it around the house a few times and we've not had any issues. So again, this is MeterTeck Multimeter. Check it out at MeterTeck.com or go to Amazon.com and type in multimeter and select MeterTeck for your brand. Thanks, guys.